When we face challenges, we need to give our best. And to give our best, we need to change our approach. We need to change our attitude. We need to change our beliefs so that we are able to face those challenges. And as we change ourselves, it helps us to learn new skills, to remove complacency, and there is an out of box thinking which starts coming up. And all this to overcome those challenges which we are facing. It so happened that I was reading one story and I thought that it is so appropriate because it shares that how to adopt in the changing situations. So Japanese love eating fresh fishes. So fishermen were going into the nearby waters to catch fishes and meet the demand of the population. But over time, the population grew and they have to go into the deep waters. But to return back to the shore, it used to take a couple of days. And by that point of time, the fishes used to become stale. And somehow Japanese just didn't like that taste of stale fishes. And their sales started to come down. So fishermen consulted with the fishing companies and they learned new skills to graduate from their boats to ships. And in those ships, they installed deep freezers. But somehow this problem didn't get solved because again Japanese were able to figure out a difference in taste between a frozen fish and a fresh fish. And that made the fishing communities to go back on the drawing board to understand and think through that what they can do to improve the sales. And in the process, they decided that let's remove these deep freezers with fishing tank because the assumption was that when the fishes would be in the fishing tank, they will continuously move and that will keep them fresh. But unfortunately, fishes after some time just didn't move. And by the time they reached on the shore, there was dullness in those fishes, and that came in the taste when Japanese community tasted it. And again, the problem existed because it didn't help to improve the sales. So back to the drawing board, and finally, with one out of box thinking idea, they were able to solve this problem. And that idea was that they added a small shark in the fish tank. And what happened that when fishes saw a shark in the fishing tank, all their complacency went away. Obviously, few of the fishes were eaten by shark, but the rest of the fishes, till they reached shore, they were super active so that they are not eaten by shark. And that ensured that the fishes remain fresh. And finally, this problem was resolved, and the Japanese community were able to get fresh fishes to eat. So this change story is so appropriate that how fishermen were able to deal with the growing demand, and in that process how they changed their approach till they found the right solution with which they were able to resolve the problem and improve their sales. And it's so similar with how it happens with humans also. When we face challenges, we need to give our best because challenges demand change in our approach. It demands change in our attitude. It demands change in our belief. And if we adopt change, we will see that we are learning new skills, we are removing complacency, and there would be out of box thinking which will happen. And if all this happens, we will see that we would be able to overcome the challenges which we are facing. So looking forward to hearing from you that what is your change story.